Alright. Welcome back to Case Closed. Anime Review, episode 191. This I'm reviewing the 1079th episode of the series, which is called The Black Organization Scheme Landing. This episode covers chapters 1063, 1064. Picking left off. By the way, I forgot to mention this in my last episode. Rum made an appearance in this one over the intercom. He's briefly here in this episode too. So we have where Carmel, and by the way, his name was Mark, not Tony. Tony was actually his brother. He gets shot in the thigh. Maybe for this episode. So they decided they're on the run from Korn and Chidori, and they said hide on a street full of parked cars. So Mark is left in the sidewalk, just left there, pick up somebody else while, and of course, he's driving across Tokyo, goes to a tunnel, and of course, he's confronted by, well, then of course, he loses him, and then he gets another tail, and it's the Porsche driven by, and the Porsche that has the occupants being Jin and Vodka. And Conan's reaction like, oh crap, not them. Yep. Here's the thing. He has seen him frequently since he was turned into a child, but they have not seen him they have not looked at him at all. Because he does not want them to know that he's actually alive, because they think he's been dead since the pilot episode. Which, by the way, that was 30 years ago. Yes. So They chase him to a tunnel, and then, of course, he's confronted by Kerr, a.k.a. Rena, and Vermouth. Yes. Yeah, the view of Vermouth, where you have Kerr shoots him in the shoulder, but he had no problem with it because it was necessary. And then he proceeds to drive his car off the side of this place called Ukutide, I think the name of the place is. I'm sorry for the name. Goes in the water. They do explain. Now, they do go a bit of an explanation of how they found out about this. Namely, it was due to, well, writing a particular couple letters wrong in the code. That's how they were able to find out about this. It wasn't some leak. There was no traitor. It was due to a typo. Yep. And, of course, they explain it. Very good detail, mind you. Conan just explained it. And, of course, his father, well, they're not saying it's his father, but actually is. And so, and of course, they can't get out the car, and of course, when he gets out of the car, the open door, he can't because too much water pressure, so it's open the air, and of course, he's able to open the door after all the water gets in. So this service goes to an island, and turns out this actually is the island nearby. I'm trying to think, what is the name of this place? And of course, I mentioned it's basically possibly it could be either when he gets there, it's like, oh, he sees like a battery here. It could be Fort 1, Number 2. And of course, they explained that apparently this is basically an old defense area for Tokyo. And of course, his dad chips in and is like, what do the bricks look like? Like long and then short, long. Basically, it's the French style. Basically, he's at Ukita Island. So he's like, okay, I'll close my guy, basically calm down. Maybe he'll dry out basically he's walking. Nope. You gotta take him all, you gotta take off the shirt and just, well, make a campfire and just look how there's a towel nearby and some coal packs to heat it up. So he dries the clothes off, and of course they find out, oh crap, he's actually on the shoreline. Which, by the way, they actually added this in the anime where you see the campfire from the shoreline from the road. And then somehow Jin sees that. And he sees basically a corner of his eye. And looks at, and by the way, the person driving the car is not Jin himself, it's actually Baka. which is interesting to say the least. So basically, the six of them, Jin, Vaca, Kerr, Vermouth, Korn, and Titi, where they go onto shore, the six of them, and they look for Carmel. And Carmel, in order for disguise, decides to cover his shirt and his face with dirt and mud. Well, despite they got dry, but it's in order for hiding. And so Kerr, aka Arena, decides to make a phone call to, well, before this phone call, we see that Aki has decided to go out in disguise as Subaru. Well, as Satoru. Then they change the hair color this time, and of course, Yuriko is like, "Oh, he looks so handsome now. He was super handsome to begin with." Yeah, you're probably thinking, is Sichi's mom in love with him? Not really. She's just admiring him because she loves her husband. Yeah, probably just admires him from far. Here's the thing. She's 38 years old. Aki is like, if you're curious though about Aki, how old is he, you might ask? He is actually 32. Yeah, he's 32 years old. While Yuriko, I think she's like 30 or 40. 37. Yeah, she's basically 5 years older than he is. And of course, just admires him because of how handsome he is. That's why I think she's already got a handsome husband. Yeah, who, if you look at him, he looks exactly like his son. Who very rarely appears very much in the series. Yep. Yeah, so they go out, and of course, like, can I take him? Like, what are you asking me for? I thought we were asking the right idea. Yeah, because he knows that Conan. Now, he's the only one in the whole room who knows that Conan is Sichi. So they go out and drive, and of course, they find out where they are, and of course, they drive there. Of course, that's when he gets a phone call from Kerr, informing him what's going to happen. Possibly he might be shooting Carmel in the face, and that's the episode. It's an absolute really fun episode to watch. I mean, it is so exciting the fact they adapt this arc. I have waited 2 years for them to adapt this arc. And now we're basically adapting it. Which, by the way, in case you're curious though, this arc came out back in late 2020. Yeah, it took a little over 2 years for this to be adapted to the anime. Yeah, so it's going to be a while. And by the way, the current arc, it says here they wrapped up with chapter 1009. It didn't feel like it did. Yeah, so next chapter was supposed to come out in like 9 days. So, yeah, that was a pretty long arc, that one was, the most recent one. But yeah, that's pretty much it, particular view. Now, in case you're curious, so when is next arc up? I don't know. Actually, it's supposed to start 9 days, but yeah, that's pretty much it, particular view. Stay tuned for my next review, which will be tomorrow at this point in time. That's how late it's get. So, stay tuned for tomorrow for my review for, well, both free, because I'm bringing that one back. My Hero Academia, One Piece, and Eden Zero. Okay, next view. Bye.